Hey, what's up guys? So I thought I would give you a little update on all that I've been doing on Project Turbo CB7. So let's take a look. Just a little update on what's going on and all that needs to be done. First off, actually, hear that? Yeah, we're getting a garage made. Getting a 20 by 30 garage made. Heck yeah. Like, I'm ridiculously excited about that. I've wanted a true garage for a long time, and heck, this is a massive upgrade from what I've had before, which was like a gravel basement thing that I made work. But to have a true like garage, concrete floor, big 2-car, almost 3-car garage, I'm pumped. All right, back to the project. So here's the block. What I need to do is take this to the machine shop and have these bored over by 0.5 millimeters or 20 thou to accept the 85.5 millimeter Manley forged pistons that I have sitting over here. Let's take a look. So here are the pistons. I got these from STM Tuned. They were a closeout because they were a return. They were not used, they were just fitted. And as you can see, he put the measurements on them, but these are practically brand new pistons. They were just kind of test fitted. Oh, look how shiny. So nice. Okay, so yeah, these are the pistons I'm gonna be using. They are, I guess I will reveal it now. This is a little different build, and not many people have done this, I don't think. I'm using H22A rods with Mitsubishi, 4G63 stroker pistons. Why? For different reasons. A guy's already done it. He did all the legwork to look at all the dimensions and all that good stuff. It works perfectly, gives a better rod to stroke ratio. Which is nice, and also it's cheaper, like by a lot, than buying specific F22A rods and pistons. I got these on closeout from STM Tuned for $330 some shipped. I got these rods for $200 shipped on Marketplace. Now here's another story. Okay, these connecting rods, I was told were Eagle Specialties rods. Well, they are not. If you take a look, you can tell I found out specifically from Eagle themselves. There's no ridge in the middle here, just the two there. Also, look at the bolts. They say are 3/8 UNF 12.9. What that means in the end is it's a generic bolt, no name, and I don't fully trust them. Now, the biggest issue I have is the full floating piston and piston pin, and these are supposed to be full floating as well. The pin, which is 0.866 inches, does not fit into these. They are not the correct size, not quite. They should be, but they're not. And I found out from Eagle that there are two different types of H22 rods out there. One was for some JDM Type S piston that should be an 0.864. So be on the lookout for that, because if you get one of those rods like I might possibly have, they will not fit a standard 22 millimeter or 0.866 inch piston pin. It won't work. You'll have to get them lightly honed. And that's more money. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about these yet. All right, moving on. Taking apart the turbo wastegate, that's been sitting. I've modified that a little bit. Let's see what I've done here. I can show you. I've sanded down that hole because it had really sharp edges. I'm going to replace this awful piece of crap plunger that, yeah, it's just kind of awful. Look how ununiform it is. Awful. So I believe a tile, or chile, however you pronounce it, will fit directly. The housing and everything's pretty nice, so that's what I'll do there. I have my King bearings for rods and mains. I went with the standard. This is before I decided to turbo, so I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with these or go a little bit more high end for, I don't know, peace of mind. Oh man, this build is spiraling out of control money-wise. This is how it goes, I guess, but heck, I'm having a great time. Next on the list. Now, these are the wheels that I should be using, I've decided. I got these set of 94 through 97 wheels for $100 with these tires. Pretty awesome. And I've been reconditioning them ever since with some 220 grit sandpaper on a palm sander and by hand. Still not done. This one is the one I've done the most on. I'm going to see about keeping them maybe the same color, or might go that color, or might go even more darker graphite or gunmetal gray than that. I'm not sure. So that's the wheels. I got my axles over here for the manual swap. The manual swap, I'll be using this, what was it? I think it's a 94 Prelude, but it's an M2 L5 transmission from a Prelude. Yeah, it's a good one, and I got it very cheap from a junkyard, and it's in nice shape after I've cleaned it up some. Even came with cables, shifter cables, so I'm pumped on that. Back here, not that important, sitting the intercooler, some piping, and the turbo manifold. All right, turbo manifold, let's take a look here. Everything's pretty decent for the most part. This one right here, this port is awful though. I mean, you can tell it's off compared to that one. So I need to grind this a little bit, get it nicer. There's some crap in there, the castings. So I'm gonna clean this up like I did the head, make that nicer. Let's go back here and take a look at some things. Cables, pedals, valve covers. Oh my gosh, it's getting ridiculous, guys. Ooh, it gets overwhelming, but it's fun, and I enjoy it. Oh, here's a good piece. Here's a good piece to show. What am I doing here? This is a PCBX plenum from an H23 manifold, I believe. It's a really good one, and I'm going to use that. I'm deleting the IAB plate and just running that on the stock F22A header. Next, the head. Very important part. So, as you may have seen in some other little shorts videos and such, I've been working on these valves, and I got a little overzealous on the exhaust valve, and yeah, what happened was, well, okay, let me restart this. They needed a proper valve job anyways because they were really, really pitted. So I didn't have much to lose. So I went ahead and had some fun and used some valve grinding compound on the face of the valve and on the seat, and had some fun. Went a little overboard, but I got it nice and clean. So that's nice. But the problem is, I don't know if this camera's going to do it justice. Nope. It just doesn't want to focus very well. I got to work on this GoPro. Sorry, guys. There's a bunch of fine line ridges along the whole face there, or the seat area. And that's no go. That's not good for heat dissipation primarily, I believe, or sealing. So I'm going to take this to a proper machinist, have them do like a 3-angle, and I should be good to go there. I'm hoping, I think it's very possible that also the valve guides are worn out because they do wobble a little bit more, a considerable amount more, I should say, than the intakes. Now, let's see if we can take a look here, if I can show you. I've got to do I spent some time kind of polishing up, if you will, cleaning up casting marks on the exhaust side to make them as smooth and nice as possible. And I'm pretty much not touching the intake, as that is more delicate and takes a finer hand and more knowledge than I really have. But I wanted to clean up the exhaust at least to get that flowing better. I think I might be able to keep AC in the car, and I might want to. I'm gonna wait to reveal what I'm gonna do because I learned it from a new buddy on Facebook who has actually done it and used some different parts. Not gonna reveal it yet. I'll talk to him. I wanna make sure I can kind of tell you guys. So I'm gonna give him credit, of course, but I just wanna make sure. Oh yeah, wheels, transmission, rods, pistons, block, head. Gotta do some machinist work, so take the block and the head to the machinist. What can I do in the meantime? Can't show you right now because it's at my grandfather's, but I need to get back to my grandfather's and do some work on the car. I mean, there's tons of work to do there. I need to take the automatic shifter off. I need to, let's see, I'm going to delete the whole ABS system because, yeah, it can be problematic and it's just bulky and crap. I bought some actual Accord SE I cannot speak. Sometimes I just can't find the words. I'm ridiculous. Sorry. Car mats, foot mats, yeah. So there's a carpet. And yes, I know it looks dingy and dirty, and yes, it is, but from where it was, I'm telling you guys, this thing has come out pretty darn good, and it's ridiculously clean, as many times as I have deep cleaned it. I'll probably try and do a little bit more just to see, but I'm happy for the most part, and it's OE carpet. I could get aftermarket, but I'm not going to. I'll just rock this. Clean up the car mats even more. I haven't really even touched those except for vacuuming. I got a lot to do. Let's turn off this light. Oh, as you see, other projects. Ha, that's another video. Another video for another day. I appreciate you guys watching today. Thank you for joining me. I'm really excited to continue with this build. Also, I'll be showing you more of the garage as it gets built. My push is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We'll see. I'm making a good push so far, so I'm hoping to get there. Till next time, take care, guys.